Hello children, I am Priyanka. In the last class, I just introduced the first unit, Hues and Views, and the first chapter, The Mysterious Picture. In this class, we'll see the chapter in detail. We'll begin our session by revising the previous class. So be ready with your textbook. As I've mentioned earlier, our chapter, The Mysterious Picture, is a small part of the novel, The Legend of the Glorious Adventure of Till Eulenspiegel and Lemay Godsack by Charles de Coster. Our story is set in 16th century. Hope you all know how to identify a century from an year. So, our story is set in 16th century Europe. Our hero is Till. When the story opens, Till has reached the palace of Archduke of Battenberg. Battenberg is a place in Germany. Our hero, Till, is presented before us as a painter from Flanders, and Flanders is a place in Belgium. We'll now move on to the text. In the last class, I've already explained the first paragraph. Hope you have gone through the text. Till has reached the palace of Archduke of Battenberg during his wanderings. He was stopped by the captain of guards at the entrance. Till's appearance is also described in the first paragraph. Para 2. The captain of the guards was a tall, well-built, red-haired man of about 25. He was handsomely dressed in his gold-braided uniform. Till looked at him coolly and then dismounted from his donkey. He bowed low and said, "May God bless you, Sir Captain. If I look like a skeleton, it's not my fault. I'm very hungry. I've come here because I'm forced to. If you will be so good as to give me a piece of the gold cord that you wear on your coat, I'll go and hang myself by the teeth on that large lug of mutton that I see hanging in that butcher's shop." So here, in the opening of second para, the appearance of the captain of guards is described. He is a 25-year-old, tall and well-built man with red hair. He is handsomely dressed in gold-braided uniform. So what is a gold-braided uniform? Have you ever seen it? It would be almost like this. Now Till looked at him coolly and then dismounted from his donkey. Even though the captain of the guard shouted at Till at the entrance, you remember, right? He shouted at him. But still Till was not at all afraid of the captain of guards. He looked at him very coolly and then dismounted from his donkey. Dismounted means he got down from the donkey. He bowed low and said, he bowed means he showed the respect towards the captain of guards and said. Now look at the language used by Till. Even though Till showed the respect towards the captain of guards, he is using a humorous language towards captain of guards. He said, "May God bless you, Sir Captain. If I look like a skeleton, it's not my fault." In the beginning, we already heard the captain of the guards calling Till and his donkey skeletons. So here, Till is replying to captain of guards that it is not my fault. I came here because I'm very hungry. So again, he is using a humorous way of speaking to the captain of guards. "If you will be so good to give me a piece of gold cord that you wear on your coat." That means he is asking for a gold cord. I showed the uniform, right? So he is asking for that gold cord that the captain of guards is wearing in his uniform. So what will he do with that gold cord? He is saying, "I'll go and hang myself by the teeth on that large lug of mutton that I see hanging in that butcher shop." So if the captain of the guards is kind enough to give that gold cord, he'll go and hang himself. And go and hang means it's actually used as a figurative way or a humorous way to express his hunger. It actually means he don't care anybody or he won't bother anybody if he have anything to pay for his food. So if the captain can give his gold cord, Till will go and find food for himself. He won't bother anybody. So after hearing this, the captain might have gone angry, right? The captain was playing a game of chess with another officer. He looked curiously at Till. "Where do you come from?" he asked. "From Flanders," replied Till. "What do you want?" "I should like to show His Highness, the Archduke, one of my paintings. I am a painter." Well, if you are a painter and if you come from Flanders, you may come in, said the captain, somewhat impressed. The captain knew that Flemish painters and their pictures were in great demand all over Europe. Till was presented to the Archduke. He saluted the Archduke 3 times and stood before him with his head bowed. May your Highness pardon me for my rashness in thinking that one of my paintings will please your Highness. I have brought a picture of Our Lady, the Virgin, in her royal robes. I have painted it specially so that I might lay it at your noble feet. Till paused a few moments for his words to sink in. Then he continued. You must forgive me, your Highness, if I have dared to hope that this picture will please you. Perhaps your Highness might wish to offer me the chair of your court painter who died recently. I can see the empty velvet chair waiting to be filled. So, in the third para, the captain of the guards then questioned Till. So Till replied, he come from Flanders and he is a painter. He wanted to meet the Archduke to show one of his paintings. So the captain of the guards became impressed after hearing Till is a painter from Flanders. He then took Till to the Archduke. So when Till was presented before the Archduke, he saluted and bowed before the Archduke, which means he showed respect to the Archduke. Now watch carefully the language he used. Your Highness, pardon me, noble feet, etc. So these are the terms normally a common man uses while he speaks before a king. So Till started by saying, Your Highness. First of all, he asked for pardon, which means forgiveness. Why? Because he said he thought one of his paintings would please His Highness. He has brought with him one of his paintings, that is a painting of Our Lady the Virgin, which means the painting of Mother Mary. So he wanted to present it before Archduke. He then asked for forgiveness if he felt it would please the Archduke. Look at the language he used. He had already asked for forgiveness 2 times before he presented the paintings. He speaks very politely, right? So what is his intention in using a very polite language? Yes, he wished that the Archduke would offer him the chair of the court painter. So he wanted to become a court painter. Now we'll see the reaction of the Archduke after seeing the painting. The Virgin's picture was a splendid painting and the Archduke made up his mind at once. So Till's painting was a splendid one. Splendid means it's a beautiful painting. And the Archduke made up his mind at once. So Archduke made up his mind means, made up is a phrasal verb which means decided. So what did the Archduke decide? He embraced and kissed him on both the cheeks. Embrace means hugged. So the Archduke hugged and kissed Till on both cheeks and said, I shall be delighted to make you my court painter. So Till's wish has been fulfilled. Till has been offered the chair of the court painter. He directed him to the chair and made him sit on it. Well, my dear fellow, he said, you do have a tongue in your head and you certainly seem to know how to use it. So the Archduke said, Till, my dear fellow, you do have a tongue in your head. Tongue in your head means it's an idiom, which means good at speech or having a good language. So here Till definitely have a very good language, very polite language, and the Archduke have been impressed by his very polite language. You are a very talkative fellow, aren't you? So the Archduke is very impressed by his language and his painting. We'll wind up our session for the time being and we'll continue in the next class. Thank you.